I cheated on my husband and brought them home at 3 a.m. while he slept. He was awake the whole time, watching on the Ring camera. By sunrise I was homeless, jobless, and my own mother won't speak to me. His name is David. Was David. My husband of 9 years. Together 11. We met at 25. Married at 27. Had our daughter Emma at 29. Our son Jake at 31. Perfect family on paper. Nice house. Good schools. Stable income. I was a stay-at-home mom. David worked in finance. Long hours but good money. We were fine. Not fireworks. Not passion. Just fine. And I convinced myself fine wasn't enough. It started 6 months ago. Mom's group at the gym. These women became my friends. Or I thought they were friends. They talked about their lives. Their husbands. How boring everything was. You only live once, Maya would say. Don't you want to feel alive again? I did want to feel alive. I wanted excitement. Attention. Something that wasn't laundry and dinner and bedtime routines. David's a good guy, I tell them. Stable. Reliable. Stable is code for boring, another mom said. You deserve passion. I started believing them. Started thinking I'd settled. That David was safe but not exciting. That I deserved more. Started dressing up for the gym. Makeup. Tight clothes. Posting photos online. Got attention. Lots of it. Comments. Messages. Men sliding into my DMs. It felt good. Being wanted. Being seen as more than someone's mom. One guy was persistent. Ryan. Younger. Fit. Said all the right things. Your husband doesn't appreciate you. I can tell. You're too beautiful to be this unhappy. You deserve someone who makes you feel special. I knew what he was doing. But I liked it anyway. Started messaging him constantly. Deleting conversations. Hiding my phone. David noticed. You're always on your phone now. Just mom group stuff. Planning events. He believed me. Because David always believed me. That should have stopped me. His trust. His goodness. It didn't. 3 months ago, Ryan and I met for coffee. Just coffee. Nothing physical. But I wanted it to be physical. Wanted him to kiss me. Touch me. Make me feel like I mattered. He did. In his car. In a parking lot like teenagers. I drove home and had dinner with my family. Helped Emma with homework. Put Jake to bed. Pretended everything was normal. It wasn't normal. I'd crossed the line. But I told myself it was just a kiss. Just one mistake. Except it wasn't just one. Started meeting Ryan twice a week. Told David the first was at the gym. At coffee with friends. Running errands. All lies. We'd go to his apartment. For hours. While my kids were at school and David was at work. I'd come home and shower immediately. Cook dinner. Play the perfect wife. David never suspected. Never questioned. Never checked. Because he trusted me completely. And I used that trust to destroy him. My friends knew. The mom group. They covered for me. Made up events I was supposedly attending. You're glowing, Maya said. Ryan's good for you. David doesn't need to know, another said. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. I believed them. Thought I was taking something for myself. That I deserved this. That it wasn't really cheating if David didn't know. But I knew. Every time I looked at my kids. Every time David kissed me goodnight. I knew I was destroying everything. And I kept doing it anyway. Last week, Ryan mentioned he had friends. 2 guys. Said we should all hang out. Something in me knew this was wrong. Knew where it was going. But I said yes anyway. Because I was already so far gone. Thursday night. Girls' night. My standard excuse. Met Ryan and his friends at a bar. Drank too much. Laughed too loud. Felt young and free. Ryan suggested we go back to my place. Your husband works early Friday mornings, right? He'll be asleep? I don't know. That's risky. Come on. Live a little. You said he sleeps through everything? He did sleep through everything. Heavy sleeper. Always had been. And our bedroom was upstairs. Far from the living room. I said yes. We got to my house at 3:17 a.m. I checked the app. Ring camera was off like always at night. David hated the notifications. Unlocked the door. Quiet. Lights off. See? He's asleep. We're fine. Ryan and his two friends followed me in. To my living room. My kitchen. My home where my children slept upstairs. We drank. Talked. Ryan kissed me on my couch. My wedding photos on the wall behind us. One of his friends made a comment. Your husband's a lucky guy. Or unlucky. Depending how you look at it. They all laughed. I laughed too. We moved to the guest bedroom. Downstairs. Away from where David slept. For an hour, I was someone else. Someone without responsibilities. Without a family. Someone who didn't care about consequences. At 4:30 a.m., they left. Quiet. Careful. I cleaned everything. Sprayed air freshener. Washed the sheets. Hid the evidence. Then I went upstairs. Slipped into bed next to David. He didn't move. Didn't wake up. I thought I'd gotten away with it. At 7 a.m., his alarm went off. Normal Friday morning. David got up. Showered. Got dressed. Came back into the bedroom. Sat on the edge of the bed. I need you to pack a bag and leave. I sat up. Confused. What? Pack your things. You have 20 minutes. David, what are you talking about? He pulled out his phone. Turned it toward me. Ring camera footage. Living room. Kitchen. Guest bedroom hallway. Timestamp, 3:17 a.m. Me. Ryan. Two other men. Everything. You said the ring was off. I turned it back on last week. Motion activated. Silent notifications. My stomach dropped. David, I can explain. You brought 3 men into our house. While our children slept upstairs. While you thought I was sleeping. There's nothing to explain. Please. It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything. You brought them into our home. Our kids' home. That's what it meant. He stood up. Calm. Cold. 20 minutes. Then I'm calling the police for trespassing. You can't kick me out. This is my house too. No. It's my house. My name on the deed. Purchased before we married. You have no legal right to be here if I don't want you here. What about the kids? The kids will stay with me. Where they're safe. Where their mother isn't bringing strange men home at 3 a.m. You can't take my kids. I have video evidence of you bringing 3 men into their home while they slept. Any judge will give me custody. I started crying. Please. David. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. You made a choice. Dozens of choices. For months. This wasn't a mistake. It was who you are. What about my clothes? My things? Pack what fits in a suitcase. The rest I'll have delivered wherever you end up. Where am I supposed to go? Not my problem. You have 18 minutes now. I got up. Started throwing clothes in a bag. Shaking. Crying. David stood in the doorway. Watching. Silent. Can I say goodbye to the kids? No. They're still asleep. You'll scare them. They're my children. You should have thought about that at 3 a.m. I finished packing. 1 suitcase. Random clothes. Toiletries. Nothing that mattered. David followed me downstairs. Watch me walk to my car. My lawyer will contact you today. Don't come back. Don't contact me. All communication goes through attorneys. David, please. He closed the door. Locked it. I sat in my car in my driveway. The house I'd lived in for 6 years. Where I'd raised my children. And I couldn't go inside. At 8 a.m., Emma and Jake would wake up. Ask where Mommy was. And David would have to explain that Mommy made choices. Bad choices. And Mommy wasn't coming home. I drove to a motel. Checked in. Sat on the bed. My phone started ringing. David's lawyer. Papers being filed. Emergency custody hearing scheduled. Then my mother called. David sent me a video. Tell me it's not real. Mom, I can explain. You brought men into your house? With my grandchildren sleeping upstairs? I made a mistake. You made a choice. Multiple choices. How could you? I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Clearly. Don't call me again until you figure out who you are. Because I don't recognize you. She hung up. My father texted. Your mother is devastated. Your children are traumatized. You need to fix this. But I couldn't fix it. There was no fixing this. By noon, David had sent the video to my friends. The mom group. His family. My family. Everyone knew. By 2 p.m., I'd lost my kids. Emergency custody order. David got them. I got supervised visitation. Maybe. By 5 p.m., I'd lost my friends. The mom group kicked me out. Blocked me. Called me reckless. By 8 p.m., my entire family had stopped responding to messages. And Ryan? Ryan blocked me at 9 a.m. The moment things got complicated. 12 hours after I brought 3 men into my house, I'd lost everything. My husband. My kids. My family. My friends. My home. All because I thought I deserved excitement. Thought I was taking something for myself. Thought David wouldn't find out. But he did. And he didn't forgive me. Didn't give me a chance to explain. Just removed me from his life like I'd never existed. And I deserved every bit of it. The motel room cost $59 a night. I could afford 3 weeks. Maybe 4. Then I didn't know what I'd do. My bank account had $800. Joint account. David's money really. By Monday morning, it was frozen. His lawyer moved fast. I had no job. No income. No savings of my own. 9 years as a stay-at-home mom meant no recent work history. No references. No skills anyone wanted. I applied everywhere. Retail. Food service. Cleaning. Nobody called back. 1 week after David kicked me out, I attended the custody hearing. David's lawyer showed the ring footage. Me. Ryan. 2 other men. Entering my house at 3 a.m. Mrs. Patterson brought 3 strange men into the family home while minor children slept upstairs, the lawyer said. My lawyer tried to argue. My client made a mistake, but she's still their mother. The judge looked at me. Did you bring these men into your home? Yes. But it wasn't. While your children were sleeping? Yes. Were these men strangers to your children? Yes. Have you had an ongoing extramarital affair? Yes. The judge didn't need to hear more. Custody to the father. Mother gets supervised visitation. 2 hours. Twice a month. Pending psych evaluation. 2 hours. Twice a month. With a supervisor watching. That's what I got for being their mother for 8 years. David got everything else. 2 weeks gone, I ran out of money. Had to leave the motel. My mother wouldn't take me in. My father said no. My sister wouldn't respond. I called old friends. College roommates. Former coworkers. Nobody wanted to help the woman who cheated on her devoted husband. I saw the video, one friend said. How could you be so stupid? I didn't have an answer. I ended up staying with Maya from the mom group. The one who'd encouraged me. Just for a few days, she said. My husband doesn't know about your situation. 3 days later, her husband found out. Saw my name on a shared social media post. You need to leave. Tonight. I'm not harboring a cheater. But Maya knew. She covered for me. I'm dealing with Maya. You need to go. I left at 10 p.m. with nowhere to go. Slept in my car. Walmart parking lot. First night in my car, I cried until 4 a.m. Then I just sat there. Numb. 3 weeks after David kicked me out, I had my first supervised visit with Emma and Jake. The supervisor was a stern woman who watched everything. Every word. Every movement. Emma wouldn't hug me. Just stood there. 8 years old. Looking at me like a stranger. Why aren't you home, Mommy? Mommy made some mistakes. But I love you so much. Daddy says you made bad choices. That you hurt our family. Daddy's right. I did. But I'm trying to fix it. Can you fix it? I looked at the supervisor. At my daughter's confused face. At the reality that I destroyed everything. I don't know, baby. I don't know. Jake was 5. Too young to understand. Just knew Mommy wasn't home anymore. When are you coming back? Soon, buddy. Soon. But I wasn't coming back. Ever. And somewhere he knew it. The 2 hours ended. The supervisor took them back to David. Emma didn't say goodbye. Just walked away. Jake waved. Small. Sad. I sat in the parking lot for an hour afterward. Trying to breathe. 1 month after everything ended, I finally got a job. Night shift at a warehouse. Loading boxes. Minimum wage. It was something. Barely enough for rent at a studio apartment in the worst part of town. Barely enough for food. Nothing left over. But it was what I deserved. 6 weeks gone, David filed for divorce. Citing adultery. Abandonment of family duties. Moral failure. His lawyer asked for everything. Full custody. The house. The cars. Retirement accounts. My lawyer said I had no case. The video is damning. The fact pattern is worse. You won't get anything. What about my kids? You'll likely get supervised visitation. Maybe unsupervised in a year or two. If you complete counseling and prove stability. That's it? That's generous considering you brought 3 men into their home. 2 months after David kicked me out, the divorce was final. I got nothing. No house. No car. No savings. No custody. Just supervised visitation. Twice monthly. 2 hours. And David got to move on with his life. With our kids. In our house. Like I'd never existed. 3 months gone, I tried to contact David. Through email. His lawyer had forbidden direct contact. I know I destroyed everything. But can we talk? About the kids? About us? His lawyer responded. My client has no interest in communication outside legal channels. All matters go through me. I just want to explain. Mrs. Patterson, there's nothing to explain. You were caught on camera. You admitted to everything. Further contact will be considered harassment. I stopped trying. 4 months after everything fell apart, Emma asked to stop visits. Mommy makes me sad, she told the custody evaluator. I don't want to see her. Jake was too young to decide. But he cried when I picked him up. I want Daddy. I know, buddy. But this is our time. I don't want this time. I spent 2 hours with a 5-year-old who didn't want me there. The damage was permanent. Visible. Irreversible. 6 months gone, my mother finally agreed to meet me. Coffee shop. Public. She looked older. Tired. Disappointed. Your father won't come. He's too hurt. I know. Emma asked me why you left. What am I supposed to tell her? The truth. That I made terrible choices. I told her Mommy is sick. That sometimes adults do things they don't understand. I'm not sick. I'm just selfish. My mother didn't disagree. David is dating someone. Did you know? My heart stopped. Already? It's been 6 months. He's allowed to move on. With my kids? They're his kids. You gave them up when you brought those men home. She finished her coffee. Stood up. I'm meeting with you because you're my daughter. But I don't forgive you. Neither does your father. What you did was unforgivable. She left. I sat there alone. 8 months after David kicked me out, I saw them at a park. David, Emma, Jake, and a woman. Pretty. Young. Laughing with my kids. Emma was holding her hand. Jake called her Miss Sarah. They looked happy. Like a family. I watched from my car. Crying. Alone. David saw me. Said something to the woman. She took the kids to the playground. He walked over. Knocked on my window. I rolled it down. Hi. You need to leave. You're making them uncomfortable. I just wanted to see them. You get 2 hours twice a month. This isn't your time. Who is she? Someone who doesn't bring strange men into our home. Someone the kids trust. Someone who isn't you. Are you serious with her? That's none of your business. Leave. Now. Or I'm calling the police. I drove away. Shaking. Devastated. He'd moved on. Completely. With someone better. And I was still living in a studio apartment. Working nights. Alone. 10 months after I destroyed my life, Ryan contacted me. Hey. Long time. How are you? I stared at the message. This man who'd disappeared the second things got complicated. You ruined my life? Come on. We were just having fun. Not my fault your husband found out. You convinced me to bring you to my house. You made that choice. Not me. Don't blame me for your decisions. He was right. I'd made the choices. All of them. I blocked him. Too late to matter. But it felt like something. 1 year after everything ended, I attended Emma's 9th birthday party. David allowed me 1 hour. Supervised. At a park. Emma barely acknowledged me. Opened my gift. Said thanks. Walked away. Miss Sarah was there. Helping with the cake. Playing games with the kids. Acting like their mother. Because she was becoming their mother. In all the ways that mattered. And I was the woman who showed up for an hour. Supervised. Tolerated. Not loved. Not needed. Just allowed. Jake asked me when I was coming home. Again. I'm not, buddy. This is my home now. Where? An apartment. Can I see it? No. Maybe when you're older. Why not now? Because it's a studio apartment in a bad neighborhood where I work nights and barely survive. Because showing you would prove how completely I destroyed everything. Just not right now. 14 months gone, David got engaged to Sarah. Emma told me during a visit. Excited. Happy. Miss Sarah is going to be my new mommy. You already have a mommy. I know. But you're not there. She is. I couldn't argue. She was right. Sarah was there. Every day. Every night. At every school event. Every bedtime. I was there 2 hours. Twice monthly. Supervised. That's not a mother. That's a visitor. 18 months after I cheated, I stopped fighting for more custody. My lawyer said I could try. Maybe petition for unsupervised visits. What's the point? They don't want me there. You're their mother. No. I was their mother. Sarah is their mother now. I signed papers. Giving up my rights to challenge custody. Accepting supervised visits. Accepting that this was what I deserved. 2 years after David kicked me out, he married Sarah. Small ceremony. Just family and close friends. The kids were in the wedding. I wasn't invited. Obviously. But I saw photos. Social media. David's family posting. Emma in a flower girl dress. Jake as ring bearer. David smiling. Sarah beautiful. A perfect family. Without me. I cried for 3 days. Called in sick to work. Stayed in my apartment. Realized that I destroyed everything for nothing. Ryan was gone. The excitement was gone. The attention was gone. All that was left was me. Alone. Working minimum wage. Seeing my kids 4 hours a month. Living with consequences that would never end. 3 years gone now. I'm 37. Working nights. Living alone. Still in the same studio apartment. David is remarried. Happy. Successful. Father of 2. Stepfather to Sarah's son from a previous marriage. Emma is 11. Calls Sarah mom now. Barely speaks to me during visits. Jake is 8. Doesn't remember much about when I lived there. My mother speaks to me occasionally. My father doesn't. My sister blocked me 3 years ago. The mom group disbanded. Maya got divorced. Her husband found out about her role in my affair. The friends who encouraged me? Gone. Moved on. Found new friends. And I'm here. Living the aftermath of thinking I deserved excitement. People ask me sometimes if it was worth it. The affair. The attention. The feeling alive. It wasn't. Not even close. Because feeling alive for 6 months cost me everything that actually mattered. My children. My husband. My family. My home. My entire life. All for what? A younger guy who disappeared the second things got hard? Friends who abandoned me? Excitement that lasted 6 months? I traded 11 years of stability for 6 months of lies. And I'll spend the rest of my life paying for it. If you're reading this and thinking about cheating, don't. No matter how boring your life feels. No matter how much attention someone else offers. No matter what your friends say. The excitement isn't worth it. The attention isn't worth it. Nothing is worth losing your family. I cheated on my husband and brought men home at 3 a.m. while my children slept. He watched everything on the Ring camera. By sunrise I'd lost my home, my kids, my family, and my entire life. 3 years later, he's remarried with a family and I'm working nights, seeing my kids 4 hours a month. That's what thinking I deserved better cost me. Everything.